Two activists, Okiya, Omtata and Wanjeri Nderi, want courts to issue a temporary injunction prohibiting the implementation in a way of the national budget that was read last week by Cabinet Secretary Okiya.
First of all, the law requires that the budget be within the limits set by Parliament in the budget policy statement. The budget policy statement was done. This is the government which presented it and Parliament endorsed it, and it was at about 3 billion shillings. Now you get surprised to see that the budget that has been presented has got a padded amount of 608 billion shillings, which is not justified.
Okiya Omtatah petitioned the courts to certify the petition urgent and issue a temporary injunction prohibiting the National Treasury, Attorney General and Parliament from considering implementing or giving effect in any way to the budget.
Why are we having this difference between the development expenditure, the development budget, and the deficit? The excess deficit will be definitely going to recurrent expenditure, which is also against the law.
They say the National Treasury has ousted Parliament and the public in the budget-making process. They are arguing that the budget is unlawful and unconstitutional because of exceeding the mandatory limit set by Parliament in the budget policy statement by some 608.85 billion shillings. The ceiling had been set at 3.023 trillion, they say. They are also arguing that the national budget violates the requirement for the development component of the budget to be at least 30% of the total.
The deficit is higher than the development component, which means the difference is going to be used to finance recurrent expenditure, which the law says we should not. So we have simply held the Public Finance Management Act, which says Parliament go by the policy statement, budget policy statement state by which says Treasury must obey the budget policy statement set by Parliament, which says at least 30% should go to development, which says all borrowing should finance development.
Debt remains a major concern for the government, with Kenya's total public debt standing at 7.39 trillion Kenyan shillings as at 31st March 2021. A number of individual institutions and policymakers have faulted the budget as being unrealistic and overburdening to Kenyans.